Hello students. So we have already seen the present tense and the past tense. So today we're going to learn about the future tense. So we use the future tense when an action has not yet happened, but it will happen in the future. So in this video, we're going to learn about simple future, future continuous, future perfect, and the future perfect continuous. I'll be teaching you when to use what and the various rules that are involved. Okay, so when we write a sentence in simple future tense, we will be writing it as will plus simple form of the verb. Like, for example, will or sometimes shall will come. Okay, so if an action is not yet taken place and will take place in the future, then we use the simple future tense. So for example, I shall eat healthy from Monday. So either I will eat, if you are saying that you promise that I am going to do that, then you will say I will eat. Otherwise, you will say I shall eat healthy from Monday. So the subject plus will or shall plus basic form of the verb. Sita will pay her fees soon. So she has not paid. She will do it in the future. So subject plus will plus simple form of the verb. Okay, let's move to the second point. If someone is predicting about what will happen in the future, even then we will use simple future tense. Let's look at an example. I think it will rain heavily this week. So we're making a prediction. मुझे लगता है बारिश आएगा. Okay. So it will rain. The exam will get more difficult next year. So we're making a prediction that the exam will get. So will plus simple form of the verb. I hope that is clear. The next, when are we going to use the word will? Specifically will is when you are making a decision. No, I will wait for her, or wait, I will help you. Right? So you made a decision. So during those decisions, you will use the word will. The next, if it is a scheduled event, the event is already scheduled in the future, then you will say the conference will take place on December 10th. It is scheduled. And if you're making a promise, I will not smoke anymore. So it is a promise. That also during that time you will use will. Like I tell you, I will not eat unhealthy from Monday. So if you're making a promise, then you will be using the word will. Okay, and when are we going to use going to? If you are already planned the action or if you are prepared for it and you're going to do that in the future, you are going to use the word going to. I am going to study harder next year. You've already planned. Yes, this year I didn't study, but I am going to study. He is going to the US next month. So it is already an action which has been planned. So he is going to the US next month. So usually we use will or shall, but sometimes we're going to use going to in the future. And if it is a conclusion regarding the future, it is so cloudy, it is going to rain. Okay, so you have made a decision and you're concluding it. So it is cloudy and it is going to rain. बारिश होने वाला ही है. So it is going to rain. So these are the times when we are going to use the word going to. So I hope simple future tense is clear. So we're going to use it if the action is yet to take place, if you're making a prediction about the future, okay, or if you have made a decision that this is going to happen. Okay, let's see when do we use future continuous tense. So we use future continuous tense if the action will go on for some time. So in future continuous tense, we will be plus ing. Okay. So let's look at an example. I will be running in the marathon tomorrow. So this action of running will continue for some time in the future. That is why future continuous. So will be plus ing. They will be traveling at this time tomorrow. So tomorrow at this time they will be traveling. So it is a continuous action. So that is why we will use here future continuous tense. If a future event is planned and that event is an action, then we will use future continuous. I will be reaching Malaysia on 10th December. So you will be reaching there. It's an action. That is why you're using future continuous tense. I shall be visiting the principal on Monday. So you will be visiting the principal. Sometimes when you want to ask a polite question, then you will use this tense. Will you be cooking in our absence? So it's a polite question, right? Will you be cooking? Will you be apologizing to her for your behavior? So even when you ask polite questions, you will use the future continuous tense. So I hope you have understood, because now it is time for the test. So in this test, either the answer will be simple future or the answer will be future continuous. So in simple future, it will be will plus basic form of the verb, and in future continuous it will be plus ing. So now you have to decide whether the answer will be this or that. I dash here until I complete my work. So what will come? I will stay here, because you have made a decision. I will stay here until I complete my work. They dash the lecture without me. Okay, so will it come they will not begin the lecture without me, or will it come they will not be beginning the lecture without me? So they will not begin. So you are making a prediction here that they will not begin it without me. So if you see here, when it's a prediction, yes, or if it is a decision, all that will be simple future tense, and this action is not continuing. So that is why continuous tense will not come. What dash at 7 p.m. next Sunday? So what will you be doing? Because that action, you'll be doing something, right? So it will be an action. So it will come, what will you be doing at 7 p.m. next Sunday? We dash for you when you come outside. So we will be waiting. So we will be waiting for you. हम wait करते रहेंगे. So we'll be waiting for you when you come outside. Shopping malls dash tomorrow. Okay, so shopping malls will be closed. So why will be closed come? Because it is a scheduled event. We already know that they have scheduled it to close. That is why. Roma dash this mess when she comes here in the weekend. So Roma will be cleaning. It's an action. She'll be doing it for a small amount of time in the future, because there is a lot of mess. So Roma will be cleaning this mess when she comes here in the weekend. It's an action, a future action. The sun dash at 7 p.m. today. So you're making a prediction. The sun will set. The meeting dash sharp at 8 a.m. Okay, so it is a scheduled event. So the meeting will start sharp. So I hope this is clear to you now. If it is a future event, if it is a prediction, or if it is a decision, a promise, or a scheduled event, it will be simple future tense. If the action is going to continue in the future for a considerable amount of time, If it's a planned future event that you will be coming or going, if the future event is an action and it is planned, it will be future continuous tense. Okay, now let's go to future perfect tense. So future perfect tense is written when you want to show that an action will be completed at a certain time in the future. Future में वो complete होगा. So that is when you use future perfect tense. Okay, so when you write a sentence with future perfect tense, you will write will have plus the past participle, like will have eaten or will have done this work, like that. Let's see. So let's look at an example. She will have left for London by the time I reached home. Will have left. So by the time I reach, she will have left that place. So that is what they're saying. It would have completed at a time in the future. So the next example is I will have returned by the time you complete your course. So this action would have completed by the time in the future. So I will have returned by the time you complete your course. So I would have gone and also returned. So that action would have been completed in the future. Future perfect continuous is used when that action is happening, will continue in the future and for some time and then only it will end. So this is future में वो action end होगा. ये future में वो action थोड़े time के लिए continue होके फिर end होगा. Let's look at an example. I will have been waiting for 4 hours by 9 p.m. So when it becomes 9 p.m., I will have been waiting for 4 hours. So I think at 5 o'clock I started waiting and it is the 9 now. So I am saying in the future when it becomes 9 p.m., I will have been waiting for 4 hours. So it will continue. I will have been waiting. So in future perfect continuous, you will use will have been plus ing. When I finish this course, so future में जब ये end होगा, I will have been learning medicine for 5 years. So तब तक this would have been continuing. So I will have been learning medicine for 5 years. So I hope you got an idea. Now let's do some examples so you will get a better idea of it. So these practice questions will include simple future, future continuous, future perfect and the future perfect continuous tense. So let's go to the first question. It's dash in November. Okay, and it is written cold. So आप एक prediction कर रहे हो. So if it's a prediction, you remember it is simple future. So it will be cold. Okay, that is clear. Let's go to the next one. We dash in the pool for 3 hours. So अभी भी आप pool में हो and when the 3 hours complete, so we will तब तक हम pool में ही रहेंगे. So we will have been swimming. So in the future, it is going to continue for some time before it ends after the 3 hours period. So we will have been swimming in the pool for 3 hours. That is future perfect continuous. Third question. I dash on a holiday by this time next month. So this is a future. And by this time I would already be there is what she's saying. So it will end in the future. If it ends in the future, it is future perfect tense, correct? So I will have plus go ka hoga gone. So I will have gone on a holiday by this time next month. मैं जा चुकी होंगी. That is why I will have gone. Next, fourth one. I dash you the project by email. Okay, so I will be sending. It's an action, no? Send is an action. So I will be sending you the project by email. I haven't done, but my future में वो action करूँगी. So I will be sending you the project by email. It's a future action. We dash on this project since February. So ये February में start हुआ था, but it will go on for a time period in the future and only then it will end. So which one will it be? Yes, it is the future perfect continuous. Very good. So we will have been working on this project since February. Good. I think you're finally understanding. Okay, let's go to the sixth one. She dashed the operation as she's sensitive. So you're making a prediction. Okay. And it is a negative, not watch. So she will not watch. She will not watch the operation as she's sensitive. You're making a prediction for the future. By March, I dash my research project to the teacher. By March, ये action खत्म होगा. So if an action that will have completed in the future, it will be future perfect. So by March, I will have submitted. By March, I will have submitted my research project to the teacher. Eighth one, we dash a horror movie. Will be watching. Watching is an action. You're going to watch that movie. So, we will be watching a horror movie. It's an action that will continue for some period in the future. Ninth one, I dash this behavior, not and tolerate. Okay. So this is a decision you have made that I will not tolerate this behavior. So it will be simple future. 10th and the last one. Everybody dash for the Diwali holidays. If a future event, if an event is already planned and it will go on. So it will be future continuous. Everybody will be leaving for the Diwali holidays. Okay, so I hope you've understood the future tense. The only good advice I can give you is practice, practice, and practice. The more you practice, the less mistakes you will make. So God bless you. Study well, subscribe, and also share with your friends. Thank you so much.